Very good afternoon to everybody. It's one more session of such a wonderful platform initiated by Sports Authority of India and Table Tennis Federation of India. This knowledge sharing platform has definitely enhanced our knowledge and has kept us thinking over how to improve ourselves and upgrade ourselves. And I'm sure all of you are feeling stronger, fitter, and better. We have been trying to get various speakers to speak on different subjects covering table tennis and all. Table tennis, as we all know, is a very fast game and also a very complex sport. And we try to cover every aspect so that we go back becoming stronger and a better person by ourselves. Today also we have a very different subject, that is challenges faced by female athletes. And I'm really very happy to introduce the speaker, Neha Agarwal. She is an Olympian. She was part of the Indian team in 2014 Asian Games, gold medalist at the Youth Commonwealth Games, national champion in sub-junior, junior and youth. Over 13 years, she has been playing for India in various categories. And she has done masters in sports science from USA and currently actively involved and with Olympic Gold Quest, OGQ. And she is helping athletes prepare themselves to be better for Olympics. So there's no other better person we could have got today to speak on this subject. Neha, thank you very much for your valuable time and joining this platform and sharing your experience and knowledge to make the coaches and all the entire table tennis family, there are more than 327 people right now, stronger, better, so that they have a new perspective or a better perspective, and they can play a role in becoming better table tennis player themselves or help creating more and more champions to make India a stronger table tennis playing nation in the world of table tennis. As you know that we are definitely going through a golden phase in table tennis, and I am sure all this knowledge will only help us to go a few steps ahead. So Neha, once again, welcome to this platform. It's all over to you, Neha.
Thank you, Kamlesh sir. Like you rightly said, I think it's a wonderful platform. So I'd like to thank Sai and TTFI for organizing such sessions. I think this period couldn't have been better utilized. It's been 3 weeks of continuous learning, and this was something which was missing, in my opinion. Learning at the grassroots level for coaches across various levels that they are coaching. So I think this brought everybody together, and hopefully once it's okay to go and start training, our whole table tennis fraternity will be benefited by that. So thank you so much for having me. I think it was very important to outline what the female table tennis players, the challenges that they feel. It's been a pleasure to be having the opportunity to address everyone. So thanks for listening, and I'm gonna start my screen. I'll be doing the slides, so I'll just share my screen so that. All right. Yeah, so challenges faced by female table tennis players in India. I think the first and the biggest challenges here, and I like to put this out right at the start, is a very conservative approach. And that's the title of my slide, first slide here, is that culturally, हमारी इंडियन सोसाइटी ही थोड़ा है कि हम विमेन को, लड़कियों बहुत ही सेंसिटिव, बहुत ही नाजुक, बहुत ही छुई मुई की तरह हम उनको ट्रीट करते हैं. And that's for whatever reasons, that's part of our culture, and that's how we see women in India as, अगर कुछ heavy lift करना है और लड़का और लड़की खड़े हैं तो लड़की को मना करेंगे, लड़के को बोलेंगे कि नहीं आप करो. And I fail to understand the reasons. I think of course I can't get into all of that, उसमें मैं नहीं जाऊंगी. Here we are talking about sport, but I wanted to put that point forth is क्योंकि ये हमारे कल्चर में इतना ingrained हो गया है, हमें पता ही नहीं चलता, सबकॉन्शियसली हम लड़कियों को इतना नाजुक तरीके से ट्रीट करने लग गए हैं कि हम उनको बहुत सारी चीजें वो नहीं सिखाते हैं जो उनको एक्चुअली सीखनी चाहिए राइट फ्रॉम द यंग एज। जब वो कोचेस के पास आती हैं फ्रॉम द एजेस ऑफ 6, 7, 8 to 10, the age group where you're actually grooming the girls, that's where you have to be very very very, आपको बहुत ही केयरफुल रहना है कि आप लड़कियों को कैसे ट्रीट कर रहे हैं। And that's why I say that treat them as strong, as aggressive, as coachable. कहने का मतलब ये है कि अगर आप लड़कियों को लड़की की तरह ना ट्रीट करके अगर आप उनको देखेंगे कि वो एक एथलीट है और क्या एक एथलीट की जरूरत है, क्या एथलीट को करना है, क्या वो लड़की कर पा रही है नहीं कर पा रही है, क्या आप उसको वो ट्रेनिंग दे रहे हैं नहीं दे रहे हैं, दैट्स द परसेप्शन वी नीड टू हैव। हमें ये नहीं सोचना है कि ये लड़का है ये लड़की है तो लड़का पुशअप्स कर सकता है लड़की पुशअप्स नहीं कर सकती। हमारी सोच, हमारी शुरुआत में जब लड़कियां हमारे पास आती हैं, वी हैव टू बी वेरी वेरी पर्टिकुलर कि हम उनको सिमिलर लाइंस पे ट्रीट करें। हम उनको देखने का जो नजरिया है हमें ऐसा रखना है कि उनको वो सारी एक्सरसाइजेस, वो सारी टेक्निक्स, वो हर एक चीज कर सकती हैं जो लड़के भी कर सकते हैं। सो अगर आप उनको एक ओवरऑल एथलीट की तरह देखेंगे, आपका फुल परसेप्शन चेंज होगा। एंड आई वांट टू से दिस राइट एट द स्टार्ट बिकॉज ये जो हमारी सदी से चली आ रही हैं चीजें हमारे सिस्टम में इतना इनग्रेन्ड हो गई हैं कि हम ना चाहते हुए भी हम ऐसा परसीव करते हैं। हम कॉन्शियसली नहीं करते हैं कि हम डिफरेंशिएट कर रहे हैं, लेकिन हमारी सोसाइटी में इतना ज्यादा हो गया है कि वी जस्ट डोंट नो, and subconsciously we are doing these biases. So that's the first thing that lot of girls and women across various age groups face, and as coaches we need to change that. And due to this conservative approach, I feel there has been a problem in creating role models. By that, I want to put it out that कि हम लोग ने लड़कियों में and that's when I was playing as well, the whole perception was कि we'll play at the national level, at best let's aim for the Commonwealth Games medal, and that's it. We would want to only take part at the nationals, win at the nationals, and be very satisfied with that, right? But while on the other hand, जो लड़के कर रहे, right? There was in 90s we had Chetan Baboor and then of course जब 2000 start हुआ, Sharad became the role model and he broke the glass ceiling, and there was a whole list of athletes, boys, that followed Sharad's footsteps. And when he broke into the top 100 and those things, there was the role model. शरद के बाद सौम्यजीत घोष और हरमित देसाई गए बहुत लंबे समय के लिए स्वीडन में, उन्होंने प्रैक्टिस करी। एंड उसके बाद ऑफ कोर्स नाउ यू कैन सी सत्यन इज द पोस्टर बॉय, ही इज डूइंग वंडर्स। सो वी हैव over the years, in the last 3 decades, I'm seeing that there are in men we have somebody to look up to, but in women we did not, right? And thankfully the trend has changed. As we all know, Manika Batra ने 2018 Commonwealth Games में और Asian Games में medals इतने लाए, and she became the voice of table tennis, the poster girl, and उसकी success को देख के अब बहुत लड़कियों में belief आया है, and that's something we need to do, right? We need to over the time change the way we approach. I think I've seen Manika very very closely because वो मेरी ही academy में train करती थी, वो मेरी 6 साल junior थी, and Manika में जो belief factor था, जो उसमें determination थी, which I myself didn't have it, I can say. So it was a new generation, the generation has changed, and she proved it. So I want to lead this to the fact that there has been a huge positive change in the last 1 decade. जैसा आप slides पे देखेंगे कि मैंने एग्जैक्टली रैंकिंग्स जो अप्रैल 2010 में थी और अप्रैल 2020 में है, मैंने वो पुल आउट करी हैं. एंड इफ यू कैन सी इन अप्रैल 2010 एक भी लड़की नहीं थी जो टॉप 200 में थी. टॉप 200 to 300 में वी हैड 3 गर्ल्स, and after that we were all in the 300s. And 10 years later, what we see 2 girls in top 100, we see 5 girls within 100 to 200, and what a beautiful shift it has been, right? And ye kaise hua hai shift? This shift has definitely been because of, you know, the generational change. The generation has changed in the way that, you know, they are not too conservative, they are not just thinking of national titles. I remember जब हम जाते थे और चाइनीज के साथ मैच होता था, आई डोंट हैव एनी शेम टू से दैट हमने कभी सोचा ही नहीं कि हम चाइनीज को हरा सकते हैं. और हमने वो सोचा इसीलिए नहीं क्योंकि हमारे में वो सोचने की क्षमता नहीं थी. क्यों? क्योंकि हमको पता था कि हमारा गेम उस लेवल का है ही नहीं कि हम टॉप चाइनीज और जूनियर जापानीज यूरोपियंस को हम हरा सके. We never had the belief, but the current generation, and it is such a positive trend, the current generation has that belief. The current generation wants to do more. The current generation wants to go out and train. So that's the second point. Like in men, we saw so many of them have gone abroad to train. उन्होंने अपने आप से इनिशिएटिव लिया है और वो बाहर जाके ट्रेनिंग कर रहे हैं. आज की तारीख में इतने सारे टॉप लेवल के जो बॉयज हैं, जो हमारी मेंस टीम है, द एंटायर टीम इज ट्रेनिंग अब्रॉड. एंड व्हाई इज इट दैट women could not? It's all due to the dependency, the conservative nature, the very fact that we never had the courage to go out and train. And by that I don't mean कि आपकी इंडिया में ट्रेनिंग अच्छी नहीं है. By that I mean to say is we have to venture out, we have to go abroad and explore that. So now I'm so happy to understand that, you know, girls as young as 11 are going to play tournaments themselves. You know, girls are going and playing leagues abroad. But again, what is it that we have to do? It is the timing. The timing has to be right and at the right time. So I see this, like Kamlesh sir rightly mentioned, that it is such a big, it's a golden era for Indian sport. The exposure which is given to the girls right now is so brilliant. जब मैं खेलती थी तब जो भी प्लानिंग हमको दी जाती थी फेडरेशन और साई के द्वारा, हमको उसी पे चलना होता था. लेकिन अब इतना अच्छी अपॉर्चुनिटीज हैं कि आप अपना टूर्नामेंट कैलेंडर प्लान कर सकते हैं. TTFI is so open to sending players you know, abroad and for training, for tournaments. So you know, from the Sports Authority of India, ACTC के जो है, there's been a lot more increase in the tournaments that are being given for sanctioning. So overall, the structure of table tennis in the last 1 decade has changed in such a positive way. But yet, there are few things which have not changed, and that's something which I would like to address in the next couple of my slides. And why it is important, because जब हम देख रहे हैं कि इतनी अच्छी अपॉर्चुनिटीज मिल रही हैं, हम देख रहे हैं कि अब हम कॉमनवेल्थ गेम्स, एशियन गेम्स तक में मेडल ला रहे हैं, वी कैन एंटर द टॉप 50 इन द वर्ल्ड, देन इट इज आवर ड्यूटी एज कोचेस to teach the right things to our girls and women. And I feel as coaches, coaches and parents, it's our duty to do justice to these girls, to be able to teach them the right thing right from the start. So the first thing I'd like to mention here is, like you see on the slide, delayed learning of all the techniques of the game. I've observed this over the years that, you know, there is a sort of a perception that girls have to be very defensive in the start. That means लड़कियों को हम थोड़ा defensive game सिखाएं, starting में हम उनको push और block से ही सिखाएं. लड़कियां कैडेट और सब जूनियर की एज ग्रुप में सिर्फ पुश और ब्लॉक सीखें, वो ही बहुत है, और उससे फिर हम उनको टॉप 10 एंड इनफैक्ट अदर मेन स्ट्रोक्स हम उनको बाद में सिखाएंगे. But like you all know, coaches know that जो हमारा foundation है, जो हमारा basis है of techniques that we teach the girls right at the start, जब लड़की आपके पास आती है 7 से लेके 10, 11, 12 साल की उम्र तक, जो आप उसको तब सिखा रहे हैं, जो हम लोग बेसिक्स बोलते हैं, our basics have to be very very strong, and these are the basics that includes the right timing to teach them top spins, to teach them all the major techniques that we need to learn. So I would really really encourage all the coaches to sort of change that pattern. I know, I see that currently हमारे जो cadet sub junior की girls हैं, a lot of them have now been very aggressive, but I certainly believe that there is so much room to improve. बहुत improvement की अभी भी जरूरत है. हम सिर्फ पुश और ब्लॉक अगर कैडेट सब जूनियर की एज ग्रुप में ही सिखाएंगे, तो जब तक वो जूनियर्स में आएंगी उनका गेम हाफ डेवलप हुआ रहेगा. और आप अगर उनको कंपेयर करेंगे उसी कैटेगरी के इंटरनेशनल प्लेयर्स से, so you will find कि वो बहुत बहुत पीछे हैं. So please 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 see that the girls are being taught a very very aggressive game. The second point I put is smash over top spin. I don't understand why is this the most of the opinion that लड़कियों को smash ज़्यादा सिखाने की ज़रूरत है rather than top spin. Like I said कि अगर आप उनको बचपन से ही brush कैसे करते हैं वो सिखाएंगे, so it's not too much of rocket science. It's just the fact that कि अगर बचपन से ही उनको बॉल का कांटेक्ट लेना आएगा, is this way it will be very hard for them to learn how to brush and produce a good topspin at the international level when they actually go and play. So smash is also important, but equally well is important is the topspin, which you have to teach them from the young age. Then attack from the backhand side. मैं जब कैडेट्स सब जूनियर्स में थी, एक लड़की खेलती थी सालंकरा महालानोबिश. सालंकरा का एक वो लड़की थी जो बैकहैंड टॉपस्पिन उसका बहुत अच्छा था, एंड इट वाज सच अ ब्यूटीफुल एंड पावरफुल स्ट्रोक. हमसे मतलब वी हैड नेवर सीन इट बिफोर. सारी लड़कियां बैकहैंड पे इट वाज ओनली ब्लॉकिंग. शॉर्ट पिंपल्स है तो इट वाज ओपनिंग, लॉन्ग पिंपल्स है तो अगेन इट वाज जस्ट ब्लॉकिंग. सो there was none at my age जो actually बहुत अच्छा बैकहैंड टॉपस्पिन मार रही थी. जब मैं सीनियर्स में पहुंची तो we had a couple of girls. There is and still is दिव्या देशपांडे, मौसमी पॉल, नंदिता साहा जो बैकहैंड टॉपस्पिन करती थी. But again, I mean, I would just say that the scope of improvement could have been much better, and the way to use it could have been much better. So overall, girls का है कि हम बैकहैंड टॉपस्पिन बहुत लेट सिखाते हैं. So that's something which we need to change. अगर आपके शॉर्ट पिंपल्स हैं, शॉर्ट पिंपल्स में आपको ओपनिंग या जैब या टैप, whatever terminology you use, that has to be very aggressive. We cannot feel that because you have short pimples on your backhand, it's more to change the trajectory and change the speed of the ball. You have to attack from your backhand with your opening and jab as well. The perfect example uski hai Ito Mima. She is currently world number 2, and अगर आप उसको Google करेंगे, आप उसके matches देखिए, the kind of attack she is doing from her backhand side is something which we must learn, and that's something which we need to teach the girls from the younger generation itself. The other thing what I've noticed is that the short game, which I would sorry to say, but till now in the seniors we really lack the technique and the skills to play the short game. सब लोग अगर इंटरनेशनल प्लेयर्स को नहीं देख पा रहे हैं, एटलीस्ट यूटीटी में आपने बहुत लड़कियों को देखा है, यूरोपियन टॉप 20 की लड़कियों को देखा है, and all of them have their short game done so well. And why is short game so important for girls at the international level? Basically, short game is important because you want to stop the player from attacking, and you need to get an attack yourself, right? So the girls need to be taught. I myself was taught the short game only when I came in the women's circuit, And I think that's something which we need to blend it from the early age itself. इंडिया में बहुत कम लेफ्ट हैंडेड प्लेयर्स हैं और अब्रॉड ऐसा नहीं है. इंटरनेशनल लेवल पे बहुत ही अच्छे और अच्छे लेवल के लेफ्ट हैंडेड प्लेयर्स हैं. एंड अगर आपके स्पारिंग पार्टनर्स लेफ्ट हैंडर्स नहीं हैं आपके पास, तो प्लीज इंश्योर कि आप लड़कियों को बॉयज के साथ खिला रहे हु आर लेफ्ट हैंडर्स, बिकॉज इट इज वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टू लर्न हाउ टू प्ले अगेंस्ट देम. in juniors days हमारे पास तो कोई भी लड़की नहीं थी in my age group जो लेफ्टी थी. और जब भी हम लोग को लेफ्ट हैंडेड के साथ खेलना होता था in our juniors and seniors, सबसे पहले सर्विस रिसीविंग वाज अ बिग प्रॉब्लम. क्योंकि टोटल एंगुलर ही चेंज हो जाता है. सर्विस कम्स टू द फोरहैंड साइड, बट वी आर मोस्टली यूज्ड टू रिसीविंग सर्विस ऑन द बैकहैंड साइड. सो द होल makeup of the game changes, and if you're not making them used to this, it will be very difficult to do this at a later stage. Defenders, we all know, we don't have much defenders in India, and this is something which is a big challenge because there isn't any defenders. I think जब हम लोग 2010 Commonwealth Games के लिए preparation कर रहे थे, तो the coaches and the selectors had done something very good. They had got one veteran player who turned into a coach who was very good in defense. उन्होंने उसको, उनका नाम उपेंद्रो है, उनको कैंप में रखा और हर रोज 7-8 लड़कियां जो थी प्रेपरेटरी कैंप में, हर रोज लड़कियां डिफेंडर्स के अगेंस्ट सीख रही थी हाउ टू प्रैक्टिस. एंड आई थिंक उस समय पे आवर बिगेस्ट कंपेटिटर्स वर इंग्लैंड, और इंग्लैंड में 2 लड़कियां थी हु वर डिफेंडर्स. सो we made a conscious effort to learn how to play against defenders at that point, and I'm very happy to say we actually beat them. And it was something which was innovative done at that time, but could not be implemented later for whatever reasons. So I think learning to play against defense is so important, because in the international space, defenders are a lot. Elina Timina ने अपना जो दिया था talk, उसमें उन्होंने भी बताया था, and you have to learn to tackle the defenders. Then I also feel that the techniques, the new techniques, right? There's some sort of a psychological block that ladkiyon ko banana flick nahi karengi. And why is it that when the girls at top level are doing, why aren't we teaching? If the girl is in junior category or women, it is still now important for them, especially the ones that are representing India. They have to be taught what is being played at the international level. And if we are not teaching them, suddenly they cannot be knowing how to learn banana flick, and they can't be knowing how to play against it. So we have to do that. My 7th point on this is over dependency on long pimples, anti-rubbers, and short pimples rubbers. Now, I myself used to play with the long pimples. मेरे long pimples थे backhand में, and that's how I played my entire career. I did switch to the plain rubber for 2 years in the middle, but I went back to my long pimples. Now, long pimples का एक बहुत ही myth है कि, and especially after Manika's success, सब लोगों को मैंने देखा है कि बहुत लड़कियां सिर्फ लॉन्ग पिंपल्स ही लगा रही हैं. सो इट इज अ मिथ दैट अगर आप रबर लगाएंगे, जो फनी रबर जो भी बोलते हैं, अगर आप रबर लगाएंगे आप इंटरनेशनल लेवल पे जीत जाएंगे. आई थिंक इट इज एब्सोल्युटली रबिश. To be able to play against these different types of rubbers, I think you need extra work. You need the depth knowledge. The player, please understand, the player has to be able to understand what the rubber is. The player has to know how to switch the rubber and play. The player has to turn and attack and play. The player has to have the ability to surprise the opponent and play. And there are so many additional skills that are needed with the long pimples and short pimples also, that the coaches have to be very, very careful कि हम उनको क्या दे रहे हैं. So not everybody can play long pimples and do well in it. the girls have to be, you know, the choice has to be very very wisely कि किस लड़की को कौन सा रबर सूट करेगा और उसमें कितनी एबिलिटी है, क्या उस रबर की वो टेक्निकलिटीज अंडरस्टैंड कर रही है या नहीं. मेरे कोच संदीप सर ने इस पे काफी इन डेप्थ बात करी थी in his session, and I really suggest that we try to change this approach. We need players. हमको लड़कियां चाहिए जो प्लेन रबर से भी खेल रही हैं, हमको लड़कियां चाहिए जो पिंपल से भी खेल रही हैं. लॉन्ग पिंपल्स अगर आप यूज करते हैं, आपको फिर भी अटैकिंग होना है. सो ओवरऑल my point for having the all round technique is that the by the time we teach them the right things, it's very late. लड़कियों को हमें स्टार्टिंग से ही वी हैव टू टीच देम द राइट थिंग्स. एंड आप सोच रहे होंगे कि ये ऐसे क्यों है कि लड़कियों को ही हम कर रहे हैं. सबकॉन्शियसली I think we are not planning the right way on how to build their career. So it has to be done in a very structured manner and at a very timely manner. And please don't feel the girls game is a defensive game. Teach them the right techniques. We have to teach them how to be aggressive irrespective of the rubber they are using. I feel the two girls in the current generation who are really playing aggressive game from both sides. One is Archana Kamath and the other is Diya Chitle. I'm very impressed by the game, you know, the overall game of backhand opening, backhand topspin, turn and attack, the fitness levels, the short game. So it's a very compact game. Of course, they also have to refine and do well in all respective aspects. But in my opinion, these two young girls are doing extremely well to be very aggressive and match the standards that are being matched at the international level. The next thing I would want to focus is on the physical fitness. Now, you know, hum sabko pata hai, a lot of coaches have addressed this issue previously also. You cannot separate physical fitness and your training on the court. You know, you cannot keep it separate. आप अलग अलग उसको consider नहीं कर सकते हैं. अगर आपको एक बहुत high level, आपको international table tennis player बनना है, आपकी fitness has to be on the prime. Okay, and this is very important when a girl comes to you who is of, you know, in the age group of between 7 to 12, where the girls are coming, you know, they're having fun, they're enjoying the game. At that time, we need to tell them what to do in the fitness. We need to ensure that we are giving them the right exposure and the right techniques of fitness. Aapki agility, speed, strength, stamina, power, endurance, we have to work it. And it's a non-negotiable in table tennis. बहुत ही गलत सोचते हैं कि अगर आप close to the table, लड़कियां ज़्यादा close to the table खेलती हैं, तो लड़कियां close to table खेल रही हैं, तो उनको ज़्यादा power की ज़रूरत नहीं है. Wrong. अगर लड़कियां close to the table खेल रही हैं, वो कभी भी पीछे जाके नहीं खेलेंगी, उनको ज़्यादा endurance की ज़रूरत नहीं है. Wrong. These are all wrong myths. I think this is one area where we can improve so much. And most of the current Indian female players, they are lacking in speed, power, and strength. And that's something which is one of the biggest challenges. Also because of the fact that they are not then when they reach the international level, जब वो seniors में पहुंचती हैं, तो automatically हम यूरोपियन से, चाइनीज से, जापानीज से बहुत पीछे हैं, क्योंकि हम बचपन से ही अच्छी फिटनेस ट्रेनिंग नहीं कर रहे हैं. So for example, just you know, in my time when I was playing, so I was bulky at the start. जब मैंने शुरुआत करी थी, तो मेरे कोच को एक्स्ट्रा मेहनत तो पहले करनी पड़ी कि मुझे थोड़ा पतला करने में. And when I actually achieved that, उसके बाद you know, it was sort of easier to do what do I say, to sort of match the standards of the other Indian females that were there. First, I started itself at a very low phase, and I gradually became better and compared to the Indian. But the real fitness I learned was during the Commonwealth Games 2010 ka training camps. Massimo Constantini was the coach at that time, and he laid extra emphasis on the fitness, which is table tennis specific. So there are a lot of girls who are also going to the gym, doing really well in the gym, but they're not able to translate that fitness on the table. So whatever fitness you do, it has to be table tennis specific, and you should be able to use that in the game at the end of the day. So I think Max played a very very key role in हमारी सबकी fitness improve करने के लिए. And then 2014 Commonwealth और Asian Games में Peter Engel आए थे. उन्होंने बहुत focus किया. There were fitness tests that were being conducted, and there were a lot of girls who would not really pay attention to this aspect, because the fact that and I don't understand why this thing has cropped up is हमको इतना फिटनेस करने की जरूरत नहीं है. वी आर प्लेइंग क्लोज टू द टेबल. अगर हम क्विक हैं हम कर लेंगे. सो दैट इज अ मिथ. This is wrong, and we need to be very very agile and fit at the international to play at the international level. एक मिथ जो ज्यादातर लड़कियों को लगता है कि अगर आप वेट ट्रेनिंग करेंगे तो आप बहुत मस्कुलर हो जाएंगे, आप लड़कों की तरह दिखने लगेंगे. आई वांट टू टेल यू, प्लीज प्लीज, दिस इज टोटली इनकरेक्ट. You can never bulk up because you don't have the genes that will make you bulked up, which will bulk you up. So you will not. In fact, weight training is very very important to get the strength and power in the long run. So overall and all encompassing fitness sessions coaches have to design. If you are training twice a day, morning evening, I highly recommend ki for the girls, please include proper training on for the fitness in one of the sessions, either the morning or the evening session, and make it a habit. इफ द गर्ल्स, अगर लड़कियां खुद से उनको रेजिस्टेंट हैं, उनको पुश करिए. उनको कोचेस की ये ड्यूटी है कि लड़कियों को समझाने का कि प्लीज आप अपनी फिटनेस करिए. इट इज वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. बहुत लड़कियों को लगता है कि एथलेटिकली हम लोग तो है ही नहीं. चाइनीज बहुत क्विक उनकी जीन्स में है, यूरोपियंस बहुत ही पावरफुल है, वो उनकी जीन्स में है. करेक्ट, आई अग्री. Maybe Indians are not athletically built, genetically हम में नहीं है, लेकिन we have had world champions in other sports. I work very very closely with so many other female players at Olympic Gold Quest now. मैं बहुत लड़कियों के साथ काम करती हूँ, and I see them doing so well. I want to give you the example of PV Sindhu. अगर PV Sindhu world champion बन सकती है, जब पीवी सिंधु टॉप चाइनीज और जापानीज और यूरोपियन प्लेयर्स को हरा सकती है, तो उनमें कुछ तो फिटनेस लेवल्स होगा that is surpassing everyone. When she can be on the top of her game, and when we say that Indian table tennis is in the golden era, then why are the Indian girls not being able to have those fitness levels? So here's one video I'd like to show you all from Sindhu's fitness sessions that were done before the World Championship. And it will give you a perspective. आपको पता चलेगा कि लड़कियां क्या क्या कर सकती हैं.
Master.
Yeah, so आप वीडियो में देख सकते हैं कि Sindhu is able to do all of this, and I've personally been to a lot of her training sessions, and it's just so inspiring to see the way her dedication and her commitment is. And if she can do it, I don't see a reason why Indian female table tennis players can't be so fit. So I think it's just in the mind. एक mindset का है कि आप वेट्स नहीं लिफ्ट कर सकते, आप ज्यादा हैवी वेट्स नहीं कर सकते, आप लॉन्ग ड्यूरेंस लॉन्ग डिस्टेंस नहीं कर सकते हैं. दिस इज ऑल इन योर माइंड. एट दिस पॉइंट आईड आल्सो लाइक टू एनकरेज द कोचेस कि आप प्लीज टेक द सर्विसेज ऑफ अ स्ट्रेंथ एंड कंडीशनिंग ट्रेनर, टेक द सर्विसेज ऑफ अ फिजियोथेरेपिस्ट, डिवाइड द वर्क. क्योंकि अगर कोच ही हर एक चीज करने लगेगा तो इट विल बी वेरी हार्ड to do everything in the right way. Please upgrade your knowledge, use these services of these experts, and to be able to give these girls the right training. The next point I want to bring about is the role of parents and the support system. Well, ladkiyon ka, firstly, all the girls all the parents that send their girls to play sport, a big thank you. The very fact that कि आप अपनी लड़कियों को खेलने भेज रहे हैं means कि आपका perception है नया, आप चाहते हैं कि लड़कियां अच्छा करें. I have no doubt to say that अगर जब लड़कियों को हम स्पोर्ट्स में डालते हैं वो इतना कुछ सीखती हैं. they are learning toughness, they're learning discipline, they're learning leadership. Sports, what sport can teach, nothing else can teach. The four walls of classroom cannot teach. So thank you to all parents जो अपनी लड़कियों को टेबल टेनिस में भेज रहे हैं. एंड आपकी सपोर्ट के बिना लड़कियां आगे नहीं बढ़ सकती हैं. You have to encourage them right from the starting. 7-8 साल की उम्र से अगर आप देखते हैं, विजन है आपके में कि आप उनको इंटरनेशनल लेवल पे सक्सीड करना चाहते हैं, इंडिया के लिए मेडल्स जितवाना चाहते हैं, so you need to give them all round support. But इसमें it's a very fine line between giving them support and making them over dependent on yourself. So my family, my parents, I actually come from a very conservative family. मैं एक बनिया परिवार से आती हूँ. मेरे सारे cousins दूर दूर तक किसी को sport का स भी नहीं पता. And my parents had the vision to कि मुझे स्पोर्ट्स में डालें, मुझे टेबल टेनिस में डालें और पूरा सपोर्ट करें. लेकिन उन्होंने मुझे इतना सपोर्ट किया, लेकिन कभी कोच के रोल में उन्होंने इंटरफेयर नहीं किया. वो मुझे ट्रेनिंग सेशन के लिए लेके जाते थे, वो मेरे साथ टूर्नामेंट्स के लिए जाते थे. संदीप सर ने शुरुआत में बताया था कि वो मेरे को स्विट्जरलैंड लेके गए थे टेक्निक सिखाने के लिए, तो मेरे पापा भी गए थे साथ में. एंड द ओवरऑल सपोर्ट वाज वेरी गुड. एंड दे नेवर इंटरफेयर्ड कि कोच ऐसे क्यों कर रहे हैं, वैसे क्यों कर रहे हैं. जब भी मुझे जा गया, मैं आई आल्सो एज 13 ईयर ओल्ड मैं जोन्स में भी अकेली चली जाती, कभी कभी नेशनल रैंक्स खेलने में. एक बार हमको जूनियर दोहा जाना था फॉर द जूनियर प्रो टूर, तो हमारे कोच का वीजा नहीं हुआ था. एंड पूरी टीम का हो गया था, कोच का वीजा नहीं हो पाया था, तो हम सब अकेले चले गए. वी वेंट देयर, हमारा लगेज रुक गया था, लेकिन हम फिर भी वेट करा, हम लगेज किया, हम आ गए. उसके बाद हमने मेडल भी जीता दोहा जूनियर ओपन में, और आई लेड द फुल टीम टू टेक देम टू फॉर दैट टूर्नामेंट. सो व्हाट आई एम सेइंग इज दैट sometimes we make the girls over dependent on the parent support. और इसकी वजह से क्या होता है ना कि कोच का भी रोल बहुत लिमिट हो जाता है अगर पेरेंट इंटरफेरेंस टू मच है. हाँ, आप लड़कियों को लेके जाइए, आई अंडरस्टैंड सेफ्टी बहुत जरूरी है, इसलिए आप उनको ट्रेनिंग सेशन के लिए लेके जाइए. लेकिन अगर आप उनके डे टू डे डिसीजन मेकिंग में अगर आप उसमें भी इंटरफेरेंस करेंगे, तो जब लड़कियां एक्चुअल में टेबल पे उतरती हैं, at that time they have to make their own decisions. Please understand. And the attitude that you have as an athlete off the table reflect what you have on the table. अगर आप off the table बहुत ही सहमे हैं, अगर आप अपना खुद से डिसाइड नहीं कर पा रहे हैं कि आपको क्या खाना है, आपको क्या पहनना है, आपके कौन से ओपोनेंट्स हैं, आपको क्या खेलना है उसके अगेंस्ट, अगर ये इतना डिपेंडेंट आप बना देंगे तो लड़कियां एट द इन द मैच टू बी एबल टू मेक 9 ऑल ड्यूज पे 3 ऑल चल रहा है, उस समय क्या डिसीजन लेना है, ओनली अ टफ माइंडसेट कैन मेक इट. सो while you give the support to all parents, आपका सपोर्ट बहुत बहुत जरूरी है, बट प्लीज आप लड़कियों को इंडिपेंडेंट बनाइए. एंड दिस आई कैन से इवन फ्रॉम माय ओन एक्सपीरियंस आफ्टर प्लेइंग. मैंने अकेले जाके मैं न्यूयॉर्क में रही, मैंने अपनी पढ़ाई करी कोलंबिया यूनिवर्सिटी से. अब अगेन आई एम वर्किंग एट ओलंपिक गोल्ड क्वेस्ट. मेरे इन लॉज भी इतने सपोर्टिव हैं. तो आई फील कि जो लड़कियां खिलाड़ी होती हैं उनके अंदर एक there is a very innate power of confidence, of leadership, of discipline and determination. तो वो अपनी लड़कियों से प्लीज मत छीनिए. तो एज अ पेरेंट आपको खुद डिसाइड करना है कि वो क्या थिन लाइन है. ये मैं और कोच नहीं बता सकते आपको, that you have to take a call, but you will know when you're pampering your girls too much. Make them rough and tough because this is what will help them in the long run. ये एक बहुत बड़ा फैक्टर है कि क्यों लड़कियां बाहर जाने में कतराती हैं. A lot of girls are not comfortable going abroad, training, living all by themselves. And क्योंकि डर लगता है, पता नहीं कि कैसे करेंगे, अनजान शहर में रहने के लिए हमें नहीं पता हम कैसे करेंगे, तो एक डर सा सहमा जाता है. एंड आई कैन वाउच फॉर दिस. ये मुझे पता है हर लड़की में था इन द ट्रेनिंग कैंप. सो वी नीड टू चेंज दिस. अगर लड़कियों को हम इंडिपेंडेंट नहीं बनाएंगे तो इट विल बी वेरी डिफिकल्ट टू सर्वाइव. And I also want to say is कि let them express their opinions. Point number 4, girls को अपना opinion बोलने दीजिए. I clearly remember training camps में, I could see a clear difference कि लड़के तो coaches को बता देते हैं कि sir ये अच्छा चल रहा है, वो अच्छा चल रहा है, can we do this, can we do that, but girls never, and I am including myself, sometimes we just never gave our opinion. टीम मीटिंग्स में अगर आप इम्पोर्टेंट चैंपियनशिप्स में जा रहे हैं, यू हैव टू प्ले एज अ टीम मीटिंग्स में कोचेस पूछते हैं कि आर यू कॉन्फिडेंट टू प्ले. मोस्ट ऑफ द गर्ल्स आर क्वाइट. इफ दे आर नॉट कॉन्फिडेंट टू प्ले, दे आर स्टिल क्वाइट. सो because they don't know how to express their opinion. They don't, most of the times लड़कियों के पास ओपिनियन ही नहीं होता है. तो ये क्यों होता है? क्योंकि हम इतनी यंग उम्र से कॉन्शियसली अनकॉन्शियसली हम उनको ऐसा बना देते हैं कि हर चीज पेरेंट के सपोर्ट के थ्रू ही चलता है, जो चलेगा. बट आप उनको सपोर्ट दीजिए, बट आप उनको इंडिपेंडेंट भी बनाइए. एंड एक मेरा 6th पॉइंट जो है कि बहुत लड़कियों के बैक ऑफ द माइंड में है, पेरेंट्स के बैक ऑफ द माइंड में है कि इनकी शादी कैसे होगी, है इनको शादी के बाद कैसे खेलेंगी. एंड आई थिंक इट इज अ मिथ, इट इज अ बिग मिथ. जब मैरी कॉम, I'm not sure if you know the full story. मैरी कॉम जब ओलंपिक ब्रॉन्ज मेडल जीती 2012 में, she was already a 5-time world champion. She was a mother of 2. Okay, after she became the Olympic bronze medalist, she came back. She made a comeback. She delivered a kid. She became a mother of 3, and after that she made a comeback and became 6th-time world champion. Mary Kom is 37 years of age, and she has qualified for the Tokyo Olympics, which will be held in 2021, and she is still a medal contender. Then what stops us from thinking that table tennis में longevity नहीं है, कि लड़कियां शादी के बाद नहीं खेल सकती हैं? I think if you have supportive parents, supportive in-laws, supporting husbands, this is definitely possible. So please see these girls, as these women, as inspirations. and when they can do, so can we. Within our table tennis circuit only, these two girls, Moma Das and Madhurika Patkar, they both are married. Moma is now, she just delivered a kid, but they won medals they were in the medal winning team for the Commonwealth Games in 2018. And I really love their journey. They have they have the ability to work hard even after marriage. They've done really well. Other girls like Polami Ghatak, she did really well. She's now coaching. Pooja Sasrabuddhe, also very, very supportive family. So we are seeing these girls. So please don't see that as a threshold. Okay. Now, this my final point, and something very, very important, which I've been very vocal also in the past, is menstruation. अभी सब लोग बहुत uncomfortable feel कर रहे होंगे, but please hear me out as a very, very open mind. मैं आप प्लीज समझिए सब लोग, men, women, kids, everyone, that menstruation or menses or periods that we say, it is not a problem. Please just digest this statement that I'm trying to make here. It is very natural. ये भगवान की देन है. भगवान ने लड़कियों को ऐसा ही बनाया है कि they can reproduce, and it is a very, very natural thing जो हर एक लड़की, हर एक औरत goes through it. And we all have a very, very negative mindset towards this whole agenda, and it reflects in the performance, and I'll tell you how in the next few slides. So if there's one thing that you can take out of this session today, is at least don't call periods as the problem. लड़कियों को ये प्रॉब्लम होती है हर महीने, ये लेडीज की प्रॉब्लम है. Please stop saying that, because the terminology that we use, it affects our mind. जैसा हम बोलते हैं वैसा हम सोचते हैं, ये सबको पता है. तो आप प्लीज इसको एक ओपन नजरिए से देखिए. लड़कियों को क्यों ये दिक्कत होती है, वो क्यों ट्रेनिंग सेशंस मिस करती हैं, उनसे इस समय पे उनकी एनर्जी लेवल्स क्यों नीचे हो जाते हैं, इससे कोचेस को कितनी दिक्कत आती है. I'll take you all through in the next couple of slides. So also the first thing is that lack of understanding. And I've got a lot of this information from Olympic Gold Quest head of sports science, Purnima Raman Nagomdir, who's one of the most experienced physiotherapists in India. She has worked with all the elite athletes, including Mary Kom and others. So it's all very factual, verified information from her side as well. So ज़्यादातर ना, of course, male coaches, female coaches, and also ladkiyan, female athletes themselves, they don't know कि हो क्या रहा है. They don't understand the concept of menstruation at all. उनको नहीं पता कि उनकी body में changes आते हैं. उनको नहीं पता कि as a female sports person आपको क्या करना है during this time. So I would really encourage everyone to at least read up, अंडरस्टैंड कि ये क्यों होता है, ये क्या नेचुरल बायोलॉजिकल चीज है, एंड नॉट टेक इट इन अ वेरी, डोंट डिनोट अ नेगेटिव कॉनोटेशंस टू दीज थिंग्स. सो आप और मैं ये भी बोलना चाहूंगी कि हर लड़की की बॉडी अलग होती है. हर लड़की को हर महीने पीरियड्स होते हैं, उनकी बॉडी अलग होती है. तो उनको उनकी बॉडी जिस तरीके से हर महीने पीरियड्स को लेती है वो भी डिफरेंट है. वो भी डिफरेंट है. तो क्योंकि हर लड़की की बॉडी डिफरेंट है, तो उनकी पीरियड्स की अंडरस्टैंडिंग, वो कैसे पीरियड्स को देखती हैं, वो कैसे रिएक्ट करती हैं, कैसा खेलती हैं, हर लड़की का डिफरेंट होगा. तो कोचेस हैव टू बी वेरी वेरी केयरफुल हियर कि आप लड़कियों को इस समय कैसा ट्रीट कर रहे हैं. तो प्लीज सबसे पहले पढ़िए, अपनी नॉलेज एनहांस करिए कि ये क्यों होता है. मैं शॉर्ट में बस बताऊंगी कि एवरी मंथ females they send out the ovaries, they release eggs for reproduction, if the eggs do not get connected to, if the girls don't conceive, the lining, the uterus lining inside, it breaks, and जो तैयार करती है हर महीने body for reproduction, वो सब कुछ break होता है, and it is gone out through the channels, and that is called menstruation. So over this full course, there's a lot of changes in the body which happens, and women athletes have to learn how to manage this. So सबसे पहले मेरे ओपिनियन में जो 3 बहुत बड़े मिथ्स थे, मैं वो सबको बताना चाहूंगी कि गलत है, कि आप रिगरस वर्कआउट नहीं कर सकते अपने पीरियड्स में, ये गलत है. अगर कोई लड़की अपने पीरियड्स के समय वर्कआउट नहीं कर पा रही है, दैट मींस देयर इज सम issues and she needs to see a gynecologist. She is not managing it well. तो ये गलत है सबसे पहला. काफी लड़कियों को लगता है कि पीरियड्स नहीं हो रहे हैं क्योंकि आप एक एथलीट हो, आप बहुत वर्कआउट करते हो, आप एथलीट हो, और कभी कभी मिस हो जाते हैं पीरियड्स, और इट्स ओके. एंड थर्ड, which I'm sure the coaches understand very well, is okay to miss your training sessions with the periods. I totally disagree with this fact. अगर आप पीरियड चल रहे हैं और आपका टूर्नामेंट चल रहा है, you are playing at the nationals, you have the national championship final, you can't do anything, you have to play. So please don't miss your training sessions. You cannot take complete rest. In fact, it's not advisable to take complete rest. So these are certain things which are wrong, and we need to address these issues. So I wanted to share कि आप कैसे manage कर सकते हैं, and coaches also have to play a very key role in this. And of course, this is mainly for the girls, that if they are listening here, is that with the right nutrition, hydration, that is the liquid, water intake that we have, rest and sleep. जिन लड़कियों को ज्यादा पेन होता है और उनकी परफॉर्मेंस डिप होती है, हम उसको मैनेज कर सकते हैं. ऐसा नहीं है कि आपको पीरियड्स हो रहे हैं, आपको पेन है और आप सिर्फ रेस्ट करिए और
Hello, Neha. Can you hear me? We have missed you out. I think there has been a little technical problem. We'll all wait till we can connect to Neha. Thank you for your patience.
Kind of network issues at her end.
Yeah, so I'll just make a call to her.
sorry, I got disconnected. I'm
Yeah,
back.
yeah, Neha. Welcome back again. Sorry, we have Neha back again. So I think the last point you have missed out. So we can just come back from the right nutrition, rest, and liquid. After that, you can take.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So you can monitor your period cycle. I would advise all the girls to do that, and all our athletes to do that, क्योंकि अगर आपको डिस्कम्फर्ट है पीरियड्स में, अगर आपको बहुत एक्सेस पेन होता है, आप देखते हैं कि आपसे नहीं खेला जाता, आपसे एक्सरसाइजेस नहीं होती है, so then you're doing something wrong. Okay. One basic thing what you can do is कि आप एक अपना जर्नल लिख सकते हैं. काफी सारी एप्स हैं मोबाइल में भी जो आपको हेल्प कर सकती हैं इनको लॉग इन करने में. तो आप अगर अपने रिकॉर्ड करेंगे और आप मतलब आप अपना पीरियड साइकिल रिकॉर्ड करें और आप उस समय देखें कि आपने कैसी ट्रेनिंग करी थी, आपने कैसा खाया था, आपने कितना पानी पिया था, आपने कितना रेस्ट किया था. हाँ. एंड अगर आप इस पैटर्न को ओवर द पीरियड देखें तो you can actually see that you'll have data and you'll be able to see that what is it that you're doing right and what is it that you're not doing right, which is altering your energy levels. So that's one thing which I'd like to advise all the girls to do that. Miss the training sessions only if your pain is unbearable. Point number 3 on my slide here. And I'd like to encourage here all the girls. I know a lot of girls in the training camps also, Indian circuit mein, a lot of them have missed periods. A lot of them have pills to delay them कि पहले से आ जाएं. जब टूर्नामेंट्स होते हैं हमें बहुत अनकंफर्टेबल फील होता है कि हम कैसे उस समय मैचेस खेलेंगे. लेकिन आप ये कब तक करेंगे? एक सक्सेसफुल एथलीट बनने के लिए आपको ये मैनेज करना ही है. और आप ये कैसे मैनेज कर सकते हैं इज थ्रू राइट न्यूट्रिशन. आप कैसा खाते हैं, जो मैं आपको बेसिक बताऊंगी नेक्स्ट स्लाइड में, कि आप कैसा खाते हैं और आप कैसी रेस्ट करते हैं और उस समय आप कैसा एक्सरसाइज करते हैं. सो and also research has said that Olympic medals have been won. लड़कियों ने Olympic medals जीते हैं on the various cycles of their menstruation. So a lot of women have won Olympic medals on their periods. So it is something which we have to look at a very positive way, and we have to understand how to manage it. And that's why I say my last point is that you have to be mentally very strong. You have to eat right. And सारे myths तोड़िए please. I mean मेरे घर में भी होता था कि you know अचार नहीं खाएंगे, किचन में नहीं जाएंगे, stretching नहीं करेंगे, heavy weight नहीं उठाएंगे. This is all rubbish. Women could do everything that they do on the daily levels, even on their periods. Okay, so like you all can see this table on your screens. I've put on a very basic plan that I have consulted with Purnima, who's our head of sports science at OTQ, and something very, very basic which will help you understand what happens. Okay, so the first table, like you all can see, 4-5 days before the period starts, जो जिसमें आपको experience होता है, बहुत mood swings होते हैं, bloating होती है, discomfort होती है, कभी कभी आपके energy levels बहुत नीचे गिर जाते हैं. और ये क्यों होता है? क्योंकि इस समय बॉडी सबसे ज्यादा प्रिपेयर कर रही है और हार्मोनल लेवल इज एट द हाईएस्ट. तो कभी कभी लड़कियों को ही नहीं पता होता कि वो क्या मूड चल रहा है उनका, वो कभी कभी कैसे भी रिएक्ट करने लग जाती हैं. तो दिस इज वेरी नॉर्मल. कोचेस हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड दिस. अगर आपको लगता है कि ये यू नो शी इज नॉट अंडरस्टैंडिंग व्हाट आई एम सेइंग, शी इज नॉट टेकिंग द इंस्ट्रक्शंस वेल, इट कैन बी दैट दे आर ऑन दिस इन दिस साइकिल. So उसके लिए आप क्या खा सकते हैं? I think if you're training at a very high intensity during this time, you can increase the intake of carbohydrates. You know, आप Google कर सकते हैं what are the best sources of carbohydrates. इससे आपकी energy levels increase होंगी. Protein intake increase करिए. And the third thing is magnesium. Foods that give you magnesium are also very, very effective to help you reduce that. And workout advice, do aerobic training. Aerobic training in a way बोलते हैं cardio करना. तो आपकी जो भी cardio training आप करते हैं, and I feel table tennis is a lot of cardio as well. You know, there's a lot of agility that is happening around, and you are using all of it. So one, manage this through altered nutrition. That is, आप इस समय अगर अच्छा खाएंगे और रेस्ट करेंगे तो आपको ये इस फेज पे यू कैन मैनेज इट वेल. जिस दिन आपका पीरियड स्टार्ट होता है, सो डे 1 to 2 to for some girls 3 also, girls feel energy levels are low. उनको बहुत ही फूला फूला फील होता है, बहुत थका हुआ lethargic फील होता है. And you know, this is the actual time where you have to really boost up your iron and vitamin B12 levels. अगर आप खाना खाते हैं, green leafy vegetables, a lot of meat products, non-vegetarians के लिए, which will give you iron, अगर आप ये लेते हैं, so it will help you to elevate your energy levels. And on the first 2-3 days of your periods, it is advisable to actually do exercise. It is advisable to do light exercise for at least 20-25 minutes, क्योंकि आपकी बॉडी इसमें से बहुत ही जो ऐसे हार्मोन्स हैं वो रिलीज करती है, और एक्सरसाइज will help you to do this. So low intensity aerobic exercises अगर आप कर सकते हैं तो आपको बहुत फायदा होगा इस समय पे. फिर जो लास्ट डे 3 ऑनवर्ड्स जब होता है तो एक्चुअली एट दिस समय girls are feeling the best, you know, mood levels come back very high, energy levels are very high at this time, and the body is feeling energetic. body हमारी back आ जाती है energy levels पे जो हमको पिछले 2-3 दिन feel होता है, you know, the body recovers while this is despite the period is going on. आप इसमें क्या खा सकते हैं? अपना बैलेंस डाइट लीजिए. जो आप खाते हैं प्लीज कंटिन्यू टू डू सो. अगेन डोंट मिस योर ट्रेनिंग सेशंस if the pain is not too much. And in fact this time the body is in repair mode. So from the third day onwards जब आपका pain reduce हो जाता है, the body can actually, you can push the body more. You can go all out. आप अपना weight training करिए, आप अपना endurance, the exercises that you must do, the coach's advice, go for it. Because at this stage the hormone level is such that the body is able to intake all of these extra heavy exercises that you do because the body is in repair mode. So this is something very basic. I thought it could be helpful for all the coaches, सबकी understanding के लिए कि होता क्या है. And going to what sorry, before that I would really advise जिन लड़कियों को, और as coaches and parents, अगर आप notice करते हैं कि लड़कियों को मतलब ट्रेनिंग सेशंस मिस हो रहा है और वो हर महीने कुछ ना कुछ बहाना मार रही है या कुछ मार रही हैं, खाना ढंग से नहीं हो रहा है, तो आप ये एड्रेस करिए इश्यूज. एंड दैट्स माय लास्ट पॉइंट इज दैट व्हाट कैन यू डू एज कोचेस. फर्स्टली प्लीज रैम्प अप योर अंडरस्टैंडिंग. आप इसके बारे में पढ़िए, ये आपको बहुत बेनिफिट करेगा टू अंडरस्टैंड कि लड़की के माइंड में क्या चल रहा है. क्योंकि पीरियड्स के समय इतना मेंटल ब्लॉक होता है, यू नो, आई कैन टेल यू प्रैक्टिस के वक्त यू नो इतना डिस्कम्फर्ट हो जाता है. अगर बाथरूम ठीक नहीं है ट्रेनिंग वेन्यू पे तो आपको यू नो यू हैव टू गो एंड चेंज, तो वो नहीं कर पाते हैं. एंड अ लॉट ऑफ यू नो मेंटल इश्यूज आर देयर, एज इन नॉट मेंटली आप बहुत थोड़ा रिस्ट्रिक्ट फील करते हो. तो इफ द कोच इज अंडरस्टैंडिंग, राइट, मैं अगर अपने कोच को बता सकती हूँ कि सर मेरे को आज ऐसा फील हो रहा है, तो अगर आप वो समझेंगे तो आप उसको बेटर डील कर सकते हैं. सो प्लीज पढ़िए इस बारे में. Have a good rapport with the athlete, you know, that's very very important. कई मतलब लोग इतना हिचकिचाते हैं इस टॉपिक को समझने के लिए, सबको इतना you know शर्म आती है. everybody is so shy, they don't want to talk about it. And why, when this is so natural? So please have a good rapport. Like I said, educate the athlete. If you notice she is missing a lot of sessions, she doesn't do well every month for a couple of days, आप उससे पूछिए, उससे समझिए और उसको बताइए. Be gentle. मैंने पहले एक आर्टिकल लिखा था और उसमें मैंने बताया था, मैंने ट्रेनिंग कैंप्स में यू नो जब हम जाते थे, काफी कोचेस आते हैं और अगर हम उनको बोले कि सर आई वांट टू मिस माय ट्रेनिंग सेशन टुडे बिकॉज आई एम ऑन माय पीरियड, दे वोंट अंडरस्टैंड. You know, you have to understand, and they'll get angry. You know, as coaches, you cannot get angry on this because this is so natural. This is something happens to everyone. अगर मुझे कुछ प्रॉब्लम है और आप उसकी वजह से गुस्सा दिखाएंगे तो मेरा कॉन्फिडेंस और लो हो जाएगा और मैं और कतराऊंगी आपसे उस बारे में बात करने के लिए. सो प्लीज बी जेंटल ऑन द गर्ल्स. आपको बहुत ही डेलिकेट वे में इसको संभालना पड़ेगा. And that leads to the final point is ki modify your training sessions. You know, if you can change the way of your training, that means for example, agar if you know you're doing a lot of heavy multi-balls, you've planned that for the girls. Agar if there is a girl who is on her period, so you can give her an option. Okay, if you're feeling low energy levels, you don't want to do multi-ball, you can do service practice, you can do receiving practice. You know, please and also encourage her to do that. You know, काफी समय लड़कियां करती हैं बस हमें खेलने ही नहीं जाना है, तो आप उनको पूछिए कि क्या दिक्कत है, अच्छा आप क्या आके सर्विस प्रैक्टिस तो कर सकते हो, आप क्या आके ब्लॉकिंग ही कर लो. You know, so you have to alter your training session in a way that helps her to overcome these challenges. I wrote an article also on this, and you all can read it. थोड़ा और आपको इसमें पता चलेगा कि क्या था, and how it affects mentally more than that, and what is it that that we need to do. And that's why I said, if one thing you want to take away from this session is, please don't say it is a lady's problem. Please, from today onwards, stop using that term. That would be my humble request. And yeah, with final words, I work across sports and with some of the most talented women athletes across sports at Olympic Gold Quest. And I am a firm believer कि अगर आप लड़कियों को अपॉर्चुनिटीज देंगे, आप लड़कियों को सही समय पे अपॉर्चुनिटीज देंगे, वो बहुत जरूरी है. हाँ, एंड आई हैव नो डाउट कि हमारी लड़कियां एक दिन लड़कों की तरह जरूर अच्छा करेंगी, and I'm 200% sure they will do better than the boys, because their understanding level is better, their adaptability level is better, they are more disciplined, and they are more determined. So please have a positive attitude. Do not think too much on the basis of men and women. Teach them the right things from the start, and I'm very sure that's what the change that we have seen in the last 1 decade. We will see a spurt of changes in the next decade. It is the golden era for table tennis, and soon, I'm sure in 2028 Olympics, my hands are crossed, we can surely see some good results. Thank you.
Thank you, Neha. That was a wonderful session and a very brave session. And you have actually opened the eyes of a lot of coaches out here. And just to summarize, you have what Neha has said to everyone is that key, treat girl players equally. And why not? In fact, in India, if you go to see the number of medals that we have won in Olympics, the contribution of the women medals is very high. So there is no reason for us to think that Indian women are anywhere inferior to men. I don't think that should ever be a thought. But you have given very strong and very great one message is that the girls go through every month certain issues. It is not an issue or a problem. It is a nature. It is nature, and they have to accept nature. It's basically for their betterment. So we should take it in a very positive sense, and a very great message. Please don't use it as a problem. The word problem is very negative. So be positive about it. During those period, you have to understand. First is, you please understand the issues that come during that time, and instill belief in every girl child. We do it in every athlete. Why only girl child? Every athlete. But yes, for the girls, because culturally, as she explained, that we do have some cultural thing that rubs over on a girl's upcoming. And as coaches, we must instill strong belief in them that they can do it. And yes, for them, you can explain the role models. Like right now, for the current players, it is Manika Batra, who is in top 100. Now, Sutirtha has also come in top 100. During our time, there were one player who was constantly in top 100. That was Indu Puri at 63. And we had one more player who also made it into top 100. Look, because the role model was Indu Puri. That was Mona Lisa Barua Mehta. She was world number 90. And similarly, over a period of time, there are women players who also dominated. Indu Puri dominated for a very long period, and she's one of the greatest players for table tennis in India, having won against twice world champion. That's a fantastic achievement. Then we had Paulomi and Moma. Paulomi has won 7 times national championships. Moma has won 5 times, and both of them really dominated women's scene for almost 15 years. That's a great thing. So we do have role models, and now, of course, the poster girl, as Neha has said, Manika, and that has given the belief. Like Sharat Kamal has given belief to so many young players. Similarly, there are role models. Like one of the greatest role model for any Indian, for the women players is Mary Kom. and PV Sindhu right now. Nobody can dispute that. Yes, they have really done so much to make all of us proud time and again. And secondly is that this belief will definitely inspire many young players to take up the sport in a way it should be taken. Yes, parental support, very important, but not interference. Support and interference is a very thin line. One must understand that. Make the girl child independent, encourage her to take decisions. Even if it's wrong decision, doesn't matter. Encourage her to take decision, because on the table, she has to take the decision. Most important thing is keep analyzing and monitoring yourself, especially during the difficult time. That is not a difficult time. In fact, it's a time for you to just think it differently, have a different perspective, and maybe train on other things which are also helpful for you to become a better player. And be positive. These are the few messages that I could gather from your talk. And what you have said is you have touched an issue which is considered a taboo. We don't talk about it. You have taken that brave step. Neha, we are thankful to you. We appreciate it. And I'm sure it's going to benefit upcoming players in a very positive manner. And the coaches and all will go with a different perspective. And we will see, and we'll hope, we all are wanting our dream of winning a medal in 2028 Olympics from table tennis to be a reality. And as a team, if we all work with this understanding and with this continuous hard work, I am confident that we will do, as you rightly said. Yes, we are going through a golden era. Let us all get together and make it better. Thank you, Neha, for the lovely session. It was really very enjoyable. I will just like to take few question answers. I'll take one by one. One basic question is that what kind of grip one player should start off, shake hand or pen hold? That's one question from one coach. Very short question, and answer also will be short from you.
Of course, yeah, shake hand grip for sure. Because shake hand grip, you can play forehand, you can play backhand, and you can see now the top Chinese are also themselves not using pen hold grips. So of course, shake hand.
You also mentioned about the short play game for the women. That the general, what can you elaborate a little bit? What do you mean by short play?
Yeah. So generally, अगर आप किसी भी international level पे देखेंगे, you have to, okay, so let me put it in a way that how do you win a point, right? Either you win it from the mistake of the opponent, or you win it yourself, right? You play the ball in a way that you win it yourself. Now, because the international level is so aggressive, you need to stop your opponent from the attack. And that how will you do it is through the short game. Short game का मतलब है short service से start करना, जिससे अगर आप पहले ही long service करेंगे तो आपने opponent को opening दे दी और आप एक defensive mode में आ गए हैं. But if you can start with the short serve, the opponent will have to come inside the table to attack. To give the receiving back. And then if you can able to attack that ball, you have a more advantage position to initiate your own attack. So that is why short game is very, very important. And आप देखेंगे कि लड़के तो खेलते ही हैं, बट इंटरनेशनल लेवल पे लड़कियां भी यही गेम खेल रही हैं. सो अनफॉर्चुनेटली इंडियन गर्ल्स आर नॉट एबल टू प्ले short game very well.
Absolutely well said. In fact, what you mentioned about teaching the girls the latest trend of the sport right from beginning is wonderful point. Basically, we see very few Indian women players using banana flick as even now. And this is just one example. It doesn't mean that they are not doing well, but it's a good hint to all the coaches that don't be shy of trying out new things and the latest trend right from beginning. There are many coaches who feel that many of the girls are very shy to play with men in practice because they said they are not our competitors. Your advice?
So actually, I never had any other female sparring partner in my academy. मैं तो लड़कों के साथ ही खेलती थी क्योंकि कोई लड़कियां ही नहीं होती थी. I think आपको लड़कियों को समझाना पड़ेगा कि we have to match. If we have to play at the top level at the international arena, we have to know how to play with the power, play with that speed. and play with the different styles of the game that is there. And that's something which boys can actually give us, because like we know, most of the girls are playing the same type of game. अगर आप लड़कों के साथ खेलते हैं तो सडनली आपको उनकी पावर का एहसास होता है, उनकी स्पीड का एहसास होता है, टर्न एंड अटैकिंग, बैक हैंड टॉप स्पिन, उसका एहसास होता है जो लड़कियों के साथ खेलते हुए नहीं आएगा. एंड अगर आपको, if you're getting used to of that situation, so then when you play the same players at the international level, you will know what sort of speed and spins those are. So I, in my opinion, like I said, Sandeep sir ने मेरे को सिर्फ लड़कों के साथ ही practice कराई थी पूरे मेरे career. तो I तो feel we have to have the girls play with boys.
I do agree. I would add out here that we have seen Japanese and the Chinese also were very good in this particular sport. Their women players regularly play with the boys. So if at all any girl is not willing to do so, please make her understand. Talk to her, speak to her, convince her, make her try. Take out that fear in her mind, because there may be some kind of fear. So if that happens, I'm sure when it will help.
Yeah, I think I want to add here is कि ना,
yeah, please.
Why would this fear come? You know, क्योंकि ना लड़कियों को बहुत inferior feel होता है. उनको ना बड़ी शर्म आती है लड़कों के साथ खेलने में. उनको ऐसा लगता है कि मैं सर्विस ही नहीं रिसीव कर पाऊंगी, मैं उसकी फर्स्ट बॉल ही नहीं डाल पाऊंगी, तो मैं उसके साथ प्रैक्टिस ही कैसे करूंगी. तो वो ये इट्स ऑल इन द माइंड कि अगर यू नो अगर हम ये माइंड से निकाल देंगे कि कोई बात नहीं, आप आज मिस्टेक करोगे, कल मिस्टेक करोगे, एक दिन आएगा जब आप वो मिस्टेक नहीं करोगे, आपको आ जाएगी वो स्पीड की समझ. So that's something you have to encourage the girls to do.
Very well said. Absolutely true. Many of the coaches feel that it's easier to produce a national champion or a champion in a different level in women rather than in boys. So is it true?
Well, I was not a senior national champion in women, so definitely it's not true. I could not become senior national champion. I was national champion only in sub-junior, junior and youth. So it's not true. I think अब competition level इतना बढ़ गया है कि right, even the women's draw is of 128, and the sort of game that, like I said, it's a positive shift, and the sort of games right from the cadet and sub junior days जो लड़कियां खेल रही हैं, I think it is it's changing, it's positive. अगर एक ये बहुत ऐसी समझ है कि लड़कों में इतना कंपटीशन है, नेशनल चैंपियन बनना बहुत मुश्किल है. there's a शरद, there's सत्यन, you know, हरमीत, अमलराज, हम उनको हरा ही नहीं सकते. लड़कियों में तो कोई है नहीं है, तो इसमें नेशनल चैंपियन बनाना इजी है. I think it's wrong. The kind of exposure now the girls is getting, and you know, I'd like to add here is कि अगर आप नेशनल चैंपियन बनाना सोच रहे हैं अपनी लड़कियों को, तो प्लीज वो थिंकिंग चेंज करिए. आप ऐसा सोचिए कि आपको उनको कॉमनवेल्थ गेम्स, एशियन गेम्स और ओलंपिक गेम्स में आपको मेडल जिताना है. तो अगर आप वो थिंकिंग रखेंगे तो आप कितने भी नेशनल चैंपियन बन जाएं, कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा. अगर आप वर्ल्ड टॉप 50, टॉप 20 में नहीं आ सकते हैं, तो आप नेशनल चैंपियन, आई मीन दैट विल बी अ वेरी ऑर्थोडॉक्स अप्रोच. So I think the first thing you have to think is कि मुझे अपनी लड़की को इंटरनेशनल प्लेयर बनाना है, मुझे इंटरनेशनल लेवल पे मेडल जिताना है, and that will change the entire scene.
A very wonderful point and a hint given to all the coaches and the parents. When a player comes to you, give them a big vision. Think international. That will help them only, and also you as well, and also of course India. And that's the perception that we need to change, and it's all in the mind over there. You also mentioned about the too much of dependence on long temple and funny rubbers. That key, but if you go to see the Indian right now, those who are in top 200, there are 7 Indians in women players in top 200, out of which 4 are playing with any of either short pimple or the long pimple. What advice would you give to coaches for that?
So if you see these girls, they're all actually, in my opinion, they're extremely talented. So take for example Manika Batra, right? Manika, like I told, she was in my academy, and you know, she was junior to me. There was one camp in which we were together for the Asian Games, and the way there where I saw the way Manika used to twiddle the racket, the way she used to be very aggressive from the backhand side, she used to turn and attack and kill the ball from the backhand side. That was exceptional, which even I did not have. So I think that जो अब लड़कियां पहुंची हैं within 100 to 200 level में, their coaches have done a very good job. They have taught them the right things, and they have been very careful in selecting the right rubber from them. Even for example, Ahika Mukherjee, I have never got to play against her क्योंकि मैंने तब तक छोड़ दिया था जब वो खेलने लगी थी. But वो उस समय से I think 2012 या 13 से वो ही रबर यूज कर रही है. उसने रबर को चेंज नहीं करा है, उसने अपने फॉरहैंड अटैक को इम्प्रूव करा है, और उसने फिर अपने रबर को यूज करने का तरीका है. उस समय तो मुझे भी नहीं पता था वो कौन सी रबर है. सो वो तभी से खेल रहे हैं उस रबर से, उसको उस रबर को यूज करना आता है अच्छी तरीके से, और उसने अब अपने वेपन्स इंट्रोड्यूस करे हैं, एंड नाउ शी इज अटैकिंग. तो अगर आपको लगता है कि सिर्फ रबर लगा के आप इंटरनेशनल लेवल पे जीतेंगे, दैट इज रॉन्ग. I have played with the rubber and I'm telling you it is wrong. Please understand the game of Manika, of Ahika correctly. आप देखिए कि वो कितना अटैक कर रही हैं, and that's what you have to teach the long pimples and anti rubbers. Take Sushmit Srinath in men. He cannot survive without attacking, right? And that is the future. And I would just say that if you want to put a girl long pimple rubber, you have to teach her attack. If you're just teaching her block, it is not possible, and you have to continuously evolve. आप लॉन्ग पिंपल्स एंटी रबर्स में सबसे बड़ी प्रॉब्लम क्या आती है कि जब ओपोनेंट को समझ में आ जाता है कि क्या करना है, फिर तो वो एकदम इजी हो जाता है. और वो समय है कि आप एज एन एथलीट आपका माइंड चलना चाहिए कि मैं और नेक्स्ट क्या करूं. If you don't have that ability, then you will lose. So I think that's what Manika and Ahika are doing really, really well, which we can learn from them.
Very nice. And last two questions I will take. One is that you mentioned about left-handers and choppers. Yes, in India we have very few lefty players in women, and choppers practically zero. What your advice? How can they be developed or encouraged?
So you mean to say how to have more defenders, or how to learn how to play against them?
Any message for the coaches to, yes, that this is one way of developing players for the future, because we don't have many lefties and neither do we have choppers. So obviously, as you said, girls don't get to play with choppers, Indian girls.
Right. So I think firstly the coaches, in my opinion, are थोड़ा helpless in that way, क्योंकि अगर कोई sparring partner ही नहीं है जो chopper है, so how do you within India, how do you do it, right? But there are boys who are choppers. Request them for some time, go play with them, maybe ask them to come play with you, have an environment where they can also have their training well, so that you all can play together. And if possible, send the girls abroad, and in those training camps have defenders, and learn how to play against it. There are a couple of coaches who can do defense themselves. I know a few coaches are able to at least give the ball in a defensive way, in a good way. So include that on a daily basis in your training session. That's the and you must do this at a very early age, I must say. These are the few adjustments you can make, and that's all you can do. Left-handed में again, I mean, अगर लड़कियां ही नहीं है तो मतलब कोच कर ही नहीं कुछ सकता, but at least boys में तो हैं. आप उनको बॉयज के साथ खिलाइए, एटलीस्ट सर्विस रिसीविंग कराइए, क्योंकि वो सबसे ज्यादा क्रिटिकल है. हम स्टार्ट ही नहीं कर पाते हैं. लाइक आई मेंशन कि जब सारी सर्विसेज की स्पिन ही उल्टी हो जा रही है, तो सडनली वो खिलाएंगे तो प्रॉब्लम होगी. तो लड़कों के साथ जो लेफ्टी हैं उनके साथ प्रैक्टिस जरूर कराएं.
Yes, be proactive to get this kind of practice for your players. And last question, at what age we can start weight training for girls?
I think when girls are 12, 13, you can start giving them weights. I am not a strength and conditioning trainer, or I'm not a physio. So, you please feel free to prove me wrong here. But as per my knowledge, I feel कि at that age you can give them light weights and start training. हाँ, अगर आप उनको heavy weight lifting करा रहे हैं, ये बहुत लोगों को लगता है कि उनकी height रुक जाएगी और नहीं कर पाएंगे. But light weights you can definitely do. The other thing you can do is resistant bands. You can use TheraBands that will increase the resistant power, increase the strength in the inner muscles also. And for a better understanding of this topic, please consult a physiotherapist or a strength and conditioning trainer who can give you better advice.
Very well said, Neha. It was a fantastic session. Thank you very much once again for the valuable time and knowledge that you have shared. This has given a very different and a new, but a very brave perspective that you have given. I'm sure the table tennis family at least will not consider this as a problem, but also an opportunity, and understand it, and will be the first community to ensure that they are able to understand girl players better, help them to become better, and also do well at the national and international level. Yes, you have given a very important message to all that don't think only national, think international. It's a wonderful